Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we had gone through a little bit of Victory Road and we faced Wally. We beat his butt after he beat ours because he dropped in on us unexpectedly. I couldn't beat you today, May, but one of these days, I'll catch up to you. So anyway, that's him, and we're just going to be continuing through Victory Road. I literally blanked so hard even though I just said what it was. I don't know if I have any more repels. I can't remember, but I probably shouldn't. I should probably fight the enemies, the wild Pokemon here, just because, you know, you have to train up for the Pokemon League. But it's gonna be so much editing. It's okay though, this Golbat is dead. Goodbye. Alright. We are at least training people up. Who is our lowest level member other than Doug? Because Doug does not count. Let's switch Chicky to the front. We'll take the experience share from Delilah, and then we'll give that to Trophy, actually. That way he can get a little bit of EXP. Yes, I'll take the Miracle Seed, and... do you have an item? You have a Super Potion. Thank you. Thank you, Doug. Lola's not doing too great because she took a little bit of a beating in the last battle, so... yeah. We'll lead with Chicky, because I think maybe the best bet would be kind of feeding Chicky a little bit of levels. This seemingly infinite and harsh road line lives up to the name of victory. Hopefully, like, you know, going over with Chicky a little bit's probably okay, and then everyone else can kind of catch up. And all she has is a Roselia, so, yeah, that's not gonna do too much for her. A single Blaze Cake will probably take it out, even though it's level 45. Yeah. Roselia is not a particularly strong Pokemon. And we defeated Hope. Your battle style is fantastic. Alright, let's descend. Finally, we have another use for Flash. Probably like one of the, I think it's like one of the 3 areas in the entire game that we actually can use Flash. And then we have to use Strength, Delilah! This is your floor! Okay, so we can push that down, and then... okay, I've already messed up. Thankfully, it does not force you to reuse that. Okay. So we need to push this way. And then we can push this down. Alright. You have an area for Rock Smash, which Doug has, right? Alright, here you go, Doug. Thank you, my friend. A little bit of a maze. I was hoping there was going to be an item. The thought that I'm getting closer to the Pokemon League, I'm getting stage fright. Alright, we've got Cool Trainer Samuel. Send out a Swellow, okay. That could be a little bit of an issue. We're gonna use Rock Tomb, and now we're never going to hit because it uses Double Team, and Rock Tomb already is inaccurate. Oh, nope, there we go. Cool. Super effective, lowers its speed. I bet Double Kick will probably be enough to take it out. Yeah. Deals neutral because it's normal flying. And the bonus from whatchamacallits is probably gonna be enough. Here it's an say Abra, or this is Kadabra, right? Kadabra? Right, a Kadabra. So we can just use Shadow Ball. And I'm surprised that took it out. I mean, I guess Ghost is a physical type in this generation, so technically that probably did a decent amount of damage. We have a Mawile. Mawile is a Steel type, So that's gonna go purely to Jiggy. I like Mawile. Okay, use Dire Defense, that's fine, that's fine. I'm gonna keep using Blaze Kick, which is a special type, so therefore that will not matter. And we take it in one hit. Unfortunately, Mawile kind of stinks, especially in Gen 3. It's got a very bad move pool and kind of a mid stat line. So, alright, excuse me, sir. I have places to be. Oh, okay. Okay, we have a little bit of a puzzle here. Okay, I need to kick that aside, that to that side, and then I use Rock Smash. And there we go. We get a full restore, which is sufficient, I suppose. I don't know what the correct pathway is. There's another layer down here. Another girl, but we have another hidden pathway. Nope, that doesn't lead anywhere. Nowhere of note. Yeah, we'll keep Chicky in the lead for right now. You shouldn't get complacent just because you have a lot of gym badges. There's always going to be someone who's better than you. Well, aren't you conceited? Cool Trainer Julie. Sandslash. Ooh, that's not... Alright, we're gonna switch out to Lorraine. Lorraine will be able to handle this. Ouch. Wow, okay, that was a critical hit. Okay, that makes more sense. We're gonna use Dive. Yep, missed that slash. And that takes it out. Cool, cool. Super effective. And Lorraine leveled up. That's cool. And Trophy got some XP. Tropius. No, we will keep Lorraine out. Because she's Ice Beam, and that will absolutely just... that will fold it like paper. Yep. Not even a chance. And Trophy grew to level 39. Alright, alright, alright. And Ninetales. Ninetales is a fire type, which is Lorraine, is the water type. Ninetales is also a nice Pokemon. I believe this is the first time we've seen one. Ninetales is the evolved form of Vulpix. So, cute little red fox we saw at Mount Pyre. Honestly, I would have considered Ninetales as a team member. Were that we did not start with the fire type. So, Confuse Ray, man. Rand is confused, and it hurt itself in confusion. That's okay. Ninetales is not particularly strong physically, and we snapped out immediately. That's crazy. So any physical moves, not really concerned, and any special moves it would have would probably not be doing a whole lot of damage. Alright. You're better than me! Alright. We have an area to surf. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction at all. I'm sure there's probably multiple pathways to be going. We are using all of our HM moves here. I didn't even realize... Oh, we did have a Repel on. I didn't even realize. We have a Golbat. Okay. Alright, so you know what? I'm actually going to put on another Repel. Just so then that way I don't have to worry about lower level Pokemon coming in. We have a Fight for an item, which I will gladly take. I want that item so bad. I train together with my whole family, every one of us. I'm not losing to anyone. And we have Cool Trainer Vito. Sent out Dodrio. Now actually, Vito is an interesting trainer. If you remember the Windstreet family, they mentioned that they had a son that was like out on a Pokemon journey or whatever. And this is him. As you can tell by the name that he is, a name starting with V. Tri-Attack, which I believe that's the signature move of Dodrio. And it can inflict one of 3 status effects, one of which is Frozen. So that's not very good. Delilah, it's your turn. Just don't status me again, please. Anything but. And I get paralyzed. Man! It's gonna keep spamming this. Just don't get paralyzed. Okay. Please take it out. Oh, come on! Okay, well, you know what? We got a full restore for a reason. So that fully restore HP and it cures status. So this way, we're back up to fighting shape. So as long as we don't get status again, I stand corrected. Let's use Attract, because at the very least, if it's attracted, that should hopefully mean it misses every other turn. And that would be ideal, so that way we can actually take it down. We're gonna have to keep using Strength, because Shadow Ball's not going to affect it because it's a normal type. Oh, this is concerning. That does so much damage! Wow, okay. You know, I'm just gonna bank on the Attract hitting. Fail, fail, fail. Oh! That was close. We got lucky. We got so lucky there. Alright. Grew to level 41. That's awesome. Kadabra. Ooh, you are my my check. Yeah, I haven't healed the people up, so this is gonna be iffy. You know what, just stay up and then we'll just throw a potion on you. Surely, surely it's not gonna deal more than half my health, right? See? It didn't do anything, it's fine. Let's use Attract again. Or at least just make it so we have a 50% chance of successfully evading everything. Cool, cool. And then we use Shadow Ball. And we take it out in one hit. Cool. So there's absolutely no reason for me to do that. Alright, so we have an Electrode. We don't have an answer to an electric type, honestly. So I'm just gonna use Flash and hope that Delilah survives here. Oh yeah, she's fine. Alright, now that it's got 1 stack of missing accuracy, now we just try and tank some heads. Use a bag. We'll just use another Hyper Potion, who cares? You used one, so it's only fair, right? See, and now we have a turn of relief. And like, it only does like 1/4 of our health, so... Oh, self-destruct, that does do a lot of damage though. And that takes us out. Okay, that's unfortunate. And all that EXP goes to waste. Thank you, Vito. You're very petty. And we don't even know who the next trainer or the next Pokemon is, so sure, we'll send out Tropy, I guess. And it's a Shiftry. That's not gonna really do. We don't really have any good. Well, we have Fly. So yeah, that's super effective. And he is just gonna keep spamming that, isn't he? Okay. All that growth, raising your special attack just to use Pound. And that would have turned into Shadow Ball, which would have been physical, so that was literally pointless. Okay, thank you, Pokemon AI. Very cool. I don't know who was cooking up these move pools. Better than my family. Is that possible? Alright, and you're probably guarding like what? Like just like a PP up? A full heal. A full heal! Not even a full restore. Speaking of healing, I need to... everyone is looking a little ouchies. So, Hyper Potion... Use Revive on Lila. Use more Hyper Potions. And then we'll top up Lola as well. I don't have an Ice Heal, I assume not. Yeah. So I'll just have to use a full heal. I mean, that's the whole point of having a full heal. There you go. Okay, so we're pretty much back up to, top shape. Ooh, we have a Sableye. This is technically new. Or is it new? Did we see one of these? Because I know you can find them in Dewford, I'm pretty sure, in like the cave by Dewford. I don't know if we actually saw one or if I just didn't end up catching one. I can't actually remember. That's okay. We'll just throw an Ultra Ball. I don't think Sableye is a particularly difficult Pokemon to capture, so... Yep, there we go. We caught the Sableye. Data was added. It digs branching holes in caves using its sharp claws in search of food, raw gems. A Sableye lurks in darkness and is seen only rarely. Alright, so we will nickname this gal. We'll be uncreative and we'll just nickname you Sable, because I'm pretty sure Sable means, like, black. That's why it's called Sableye, because it's something that lives in the darkness, the pitch black. Does this go anywhere? I can't remember. No, we did not explore this section. Yeah. There's another exit there. I walked directly into some guy's line of sight. I'd heard there was a tough little kid around. Do they mean you? In before he throws a fist fight with a child. Not even a Pokemon battle, just the fist fight. We have a Kecleon. You know what? We kind of have, like, with Kecleon's color change ability, we kind of have a little bit of a combo going on. You know, you can start with Double Kick, and then into Blaze Kick to turn it Fire type. Fire type gets beaten by Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb gets beaten by Fighting, and then, like, I mean, Fire doesn't really do much, but still. Oh. The color change actually saved it, because it changed type and lost the weakness. It technically never, it didn't die. That's crazy. Color change actually helped. Critical hit? Alright, cool. Hit twice. And it's gone. Alright. We have a Grappler. Okay, we can deal with a Grappler, I think. It's a Rock type. It's also a Ground type, so this could be an issue. Oh yeah, that's gonna be problematic. Just don't use a Ground type move. Just don't use Earthquake. Okay, roll out, that's fine. Super weak, neutral damage. I can live with that. Use Double Kick. And then it's gone. Probably should have switched out the Trophy, because that would have dealt a lot of beats, or would have been 4 times weak to Trophy's attacks, but, you know, such that it is. And we have a Wailord. Speaking of Trophy, this is where Trophy is going to shine. So what we'll do with Trophy is that we'll use Body Slam until it gets paralyzed, and then we'll use Giga Drain. Partially because we want to preserve our Giga Drain PP. Water Pulse. Ouch. Alright, so now we'll use Giga Drain. Unless it uses Rest. So much for that idea. That's okay. We'll restore probably a decent amount of HP, because I think Wailord's something of an HP sponge. It's very squishy. Not great defenses, but very high HP. And that's what makes it look so bulky. Body Slam again, and then we'll just finish it off with a another Giga Drain. Yep, and then it's gone. Goodbye, my friend. We defeated Owen. Little Shrimp is tough. I sure am. Was this guy hiding anything good behind here? No, I think Victory Road just has a bunch of different pathways. I don't think any of them are actually, like, the one right pathway. Alright, so let's go take that ladder upstairs. Oh, we have an item here. TM29, Psychic, even though Lola already has Psychic. I don't know if anyone else can learn Psychic. Let's, out of curiosity, was it 29? Who else can learn Psychic? Nope, just Lola. She's the only smart one. Alright, so it's a good thing I turned around. Let me use that super potion that Doug found. If I use that super potion, then we can at least get Chicky back up over half. That'll be good. Oh, we have a double battle here. Alright, who do we want to have participate in the double battle? I feel like Lola really hasn't had too much of a chance. Yeah, this is decent coverage, I think. The elite among the elite gather in this cave. How are you finding it? I've come this far, but the tension's giving me awful stomach pain. Alright, so we have 2 cool trainers, Diane and Felix. Can't say I would find either of those names particularly cool, but to each their own, I suppose. Start with the Calm Mind, and then we'll use Waterfall on the Claydol. The Metacham, I don't know what we're gonna do with that, but we can certainly try. Super effective though, Psychic. Lorraine has decent special defense, so although that's now lowered. Skill swap, and okay. I believe Claydol only has, okay, so that'll at least do the stab boosted, because even if Psychic resists Psychic, then Fighting is weak to it, so therefore it should deal neutral damage, but we get the stab bonus, or Lola gets the stab bonus. So I believe, that Claydol, using skill swap, it took Lorraine's Marvel scale, which ups your defense if you have a status condition like paralysis. But then I got Levitate, which is probably just generally a more useful skill, just being immune to ground types, especially considering that Claydol is in fact a ground type. So I don't know what they were cooking. I can't say they were. We're using another calm mine, I guess. We use waterfall. Alright, cool. So that glade isn't down for the count. And then we have a lantern. Okay. And you skill swap when I already had. Still, I was already skill swapped once, so we just replaced its abilities with nothing. We'll use Psychic on the Lantern, and then we'll use Waterfall on the Whale. Considering we have 2 Psychic boosts, I would not be surprised if this one-shotted. Yeah. We have another Waterfall. Didn't quite... Are we holding hands? Is that what we're trying to do here? And that takes it out. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we defeated the 2 cool trainers. Not rattled in the least bit. Oh, it hurts. Alright, I feel like we have to be getting somewhere if we got a double battle, right? You have to say that I feel like we've been going for a while, so I think this is going to be where I'm going to end it off. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like, maybe consider subscribing, or leave a comment, whatever feels good with you. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we continue through Victory Road, because honestly, I don't know how much of this we have left, or if I'm going in the right direction at all. So we'll have to find out. See you guys then.